Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the maths class. So today we will be discussing about a major term which is an angle. Okay, so an angle is a figure formed by two rays meeting at a common endpoint. So I have already discussed what is an angle, right? So today we will just have a brief idea what is an angle. So now I'll be showing you the example how the angle is formed, how your angle looks like, where is angle actually seen. Alright, so an angle is figure, okay, is a figure formed by two rays. So if I draw one ray here, say the name is AB, okay, and suppose another ray is there whose name is PQ. Yes, so a ray can meet in any way, right? So this is one way of meeting a ray. And where, if you see this shaded part, all right, if you see this shaded part properly, this will be considered as an angle. All right, this is an angle. So when two rays meet at a common endpoint, so this is one common endpoint, say the name is O. Alright, so they are meeting in one common endpoint which is O, and the name of this and the figure which is formed is actually called an angle. Alright, so suppose two line or two ray, suppose if meet like this, you can see over here, this is an angle formed, so which was 90 degree, which is 90 degree, and we consider this as perpendicular. If you remember in the last class, yes, we did this one in an angle. This is less than 90 degree, so it is considered as an acute angle. If it is greater than 90 degree, say two rays are meeting like this may happen, right? This may happen, two rays may meet like this, and they may form an angle which is greater than 90 degree. Then at that time we will consider it as obtuse angle. An obtuse angle. So three types of angle basically we will discuss about. If it is in perpendicular or 90 degree, then it is right angle. So three types of angle. So this is one angle, this is two, and three angle. So this is a basic idea of an angle. So example is given in the figure in your book. Angle formed by the table of its leg. So this is one leg here, and the topmost part, there you can find the angle, right? In a clock, yes, hour hand and minute hand, when you consider it, they are forming an angle here. Just see, if suppose this is 9 o'clock, if suppose this is 9 o'clock, then it will form a perpendicular or right angle. If it is the our minute hand is greater than, is suppose in two position, okay, then we will consider it as obtuse angle. Just see, there are different form of a angle we can see, right? So in a scissor also, basically just see here, they are forming an angle. Everywhere you can see an angle. So basically symbol is there to represent an angle, which is denoted by like this. So if suppose you have to represent an angle ABC, suppose this is an angle ABC, then how to represent this angle? This is first you'll write this symbol angle ABC. If suppose we were writing line segment AB, then this was the way to represent. If suppose ray was there, then AB was, this was how we represent AB ray AB. And if suppose there was line, then this was the way. Now if to represent the line, to represent the angle, we will first of all give this symbol, angle symbol. This is an angle symbol. Then we will write the name of the angle. Suppose ABC is here, then we will consider it as ABC. If suppose you have PQR, then angle PQR. OPQ, OPQ. You may give the name according to the figure. Alright, so I hope you have understood this. So we have naming an angle. How to name an angle? So I have told you, if suppose there is a ray BA and AC, this is a common endpoint here, they are meeting at point A, so this is the name of the angle is BAC. You can see here angle BAC First of all, you'll represent with the angle sign, angle, or you may represent at sig AB. Wherever the angle is formed, that angle A, in angle A position it is forming, so it should be at the center. Okay, you cannot write in this figure, you cannot write angle CBA because in B it is not forming an angle. Actually, angle is formed is on the position A, so that's why it should be CAB, angle CAB or BAC. So two rays are meeting and forming an angle. You just saw now. Now B, A and C, right? So what is this actually? This is an arm. This is called an arm. There are two arms in an angle, right? So arm is basically an arrow. So AB dash AC arrow, right? So arm is represented by like this. Now vertex, the common endpoint. So the vertex is A here, right? So if suppose you are making like this is your vertex ABC, BAC or CAB. It is the vertex here. This is not the vertex here. Okay, this is only the vertex here. You have only one vertex in an angle, and that is this position. If suppose you are making PQR, QPR, then P is the vertex. And what are the arm? QP and or PQ and PR. Okay, so this is how you represent or name an angle. Alright, next we have is interior and the exterior of an angle. So its name is itself indicating that suppose if you have an angle like this, suppose if this is your angle, alright, so give a name BAC, angle BAC. Alright, so the inner portion, this inner portion, which one is shaded part, is called the interior part. Yes, and the exterior part or the outside part is known as the exterior of an angle. Alright, so the inside of an angle, that is the region between the ray, is called the interior of the angle. Suppose in this angle here, point P is the interior. Okay, suppose if I give here point, the name of this point is D. So D is the interior of this angle. Now if I give a name here BAC, alright, so these are all the exterior of the arms, right? And they are the exterior of the angle. Okay, so this is very much easy one. The point which is outer than the angle is considered as exterior, and which is in the inner position will be considered as an interior of an angle. All right, so now we will be doing self practice 11C today. Okay, now I hope you have understood the concept of an angle properly. What is vertex, how is angle formed, where is arm located. So now we will be solving self practice 11C. So the first question we have is, for the figure given on the right, this is the figure given in the right, the 1A we have to do here is name the marked angle. So what will be the name of the angle here? So whichever is an vertex, that should be at the center. I have already told you, right? So P and R cannot be at the center. You cannot write QRP. The angle is PQR or RQP or angle RQP. In examination you may write 1. That will be, if you write 1, that will also be correct. But if you write 2, okay, that is also perfect. Okay, both will be the correct one. PQR or RQP. The Q should be at the center. Why? Because it is a vertex and it is actually forming an angle. Q point is forming an angle because Q is a vertex here and it is a common point. Name the vertex of the angle. What is the vertex? Vertex here is this one. Name the vertex. So Q is a vertex here. Just write Q. No symbol for vertex. Just write Q will be a vertex. Name the arm will be a home assignment. You'll do it yourself. So I have already explained you what is an arm. Now I think you can do it, right? So now we have is question number 2. Look at the given figure and write the correct answer in each of the given below. So the vertex is point A, point B, or point C. The vertex is point B or point A or point C. Just see, this is the vertex here, the corner one, which is forming an angle, right? So point A will be the correct answer. Next, the angle may be named as BAC, CAB. BAC. So whichever is the vertex, that will be considered as the angle, right? So angle B, angle A should be at the center. So in among these three, angle BAC only consists angle A or A at the center. So B is not an angle here, B is not an angle here. So proceeding to the next one, we have, in the given figure, name the point that lie in the interior of the XYZ. So this is an angle here, XYZ. So in the interior, what are there? So you can see P, Q, R, P, Q and R are the interior. M is not an interior. Why? Because it is lying on the arm, so it will be considered as an exterior. So P, Q, R will be the answer. To the exterior of XYZ, what is the exterior? So exterior is, of course, A, B here. So A and B. We will not consider X. So M, X and Y cannot be considered interior nor exterior. Only A, B is the exterior here, whichever is not lying on the arm, and P, Q, R will be the interior, which is inside the angle, right? Which is inside the angle. So that's why we will consider it as interior part of angle XYZ. All right. So the part C which we have will be a home assignment. All right. Proceeding forward to question number 4, which is the last question from self practice 11C, is draw two rays PQ and PR from a point. Name the angle formed. So you have to draw an arc. Sorry, draw two rays which will be PQ. So let's make it as PQ here, and PR. So the point P will be the common here, that is vertex. So PQ is one ray and PR is another ray. So two rays we have already done. And if you are making such angle, then this will be considered as right angle, right? So what is the angle formed here? You don't have to mention the name of the angle, just have to give the name of the angle formed. You don't have to mention which type of angle is formed here. Just have to give the name of the angle, that is QPR or angle RPQ. If you are drawing, suppose like this, QPR, which is less than 90 degree acute angle, even the name of the angle will be same. All right. So I hope you have understood this one very well, right? So this was the last question. So in our next class, we will proceed with the next self practice. All right. Till then, stay safe and healthy, and do not forget to practice. All right. Thank you, everyone.